Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode. And this is just me recording. Just recording, not recording about anything in specific. Just me recording. Just wanted to update on what's going on in my life and what's going on and different businesses and different challenges I've been dealing with lately. I know my last video I said I was gonna hold myself accountable. As you can see, I fell short of that. But hey, this is another opportunity for me to get better, and this is another opportunity for me to put into the world. And so, I don't know when when people will go back to this and see, but people will come back to these videos and see, hey, I've made mistakes, and like I didn't hold myself accountable, and you know, um, I've had growing pains and lessons and things that I put myself through by my inaction or bad actions. So whenever this is seen by more people, because when my channel grows, when a podcast grows and gets bigger, so um yeah, you can come back and see that hey, even I BS procrastinated, and and we're working on that. We're working to get better to defeat that procrastination. And so, um, some of the things that I wanted to talk about was what's going on now, what's new in my life. Um, and so one of the things that I've recently decided to do is we kind of alter a a path of mine. So initially when I started my channel, it was going to be like a financial literacy channel or like a real estate investing channel and different things that I've done in terms of entrepreneurship. But um, but today I'm just giving you an update. So I started like a new entrepreneurial journey, but I also want to change this channel and adapt this to more of a personal vlogging podcast where you're seeing me when you start. I'm starting my journey over. I'm starting my content creation journey. I'm starting my um, entrepreneurial journey. I feel like I've been doing this for 3 years, and oh man, I made a lot of mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes. Um, didn't know shit about entrepreneurship, but what I've seen on YouTube and podcast and from the few entrepreneurs that I know of. I feel as though these past 3 to 4 years have been definitely been a school on entrepreneur that I've definitely paid my tuition for. Um, between the Turo and between the failed flip. You can for more information you can see previous videos so that I'll probably link them in this video. And oh, for those who are listening on the podcast, this will be you can follow me at Railway to Success. Railway like a train. Um RAILWAY, the number two, SUCCESS, Railway to Success. Please listen. Please give me a subscribe. And check out the videos. And if you're here for the podcast, please like my podcast and subscribe to this one as well. Um, and so, but yeah, so like between the 10 cars I owned and between the flip that I put my own personal money into that didn't bear fruit or didn't have any ROI. Well, let me change that. I didn't receive any monetarily. Is that how you say it? I didn't receive any money um ROI, but I received invaluable knowledge, and that ROI is honestly is probably more um helpful because I've seen things that I did, I've seen the mistakes that I did, and yeah, it's just I'm vowing not to make those same mistakes. So anyway, back to this new journey. So I actually started a real estate photography business. Um, I'm be looking to shoot um like for your real estate listings, that you see on Zillow, Redfin, Realtor.com, those type of apps, um, or like for rental properties like apartment.com, shoot for property for landlords, for realtors, and for like Airbnb. So if you have an Airbnb, I can come and shoot your property. And it's a pivot. Um, like I have this camera equipment, I have this gear, and I was kind of, well, I wasn't kind of, I was honestly I was procrastinating on my content. So I was like, you know what? I'm not consistently doing my content, but I've paid over 10 G's for my equipment, from between the camera, the computers that I use to edit and do different things. Um, this podcast recorder, mixer. So I've paid all of this money, so shit, why not use it you know, to make some money, to bring dollars in. And so yeah, so that's something that I'm interested. I'm just getting started. I took a couple courses, like in-person courses, classes on real estate photography, and I bought the necessary equipment. And so I was like, why not? Let's get a side hustle that we can do today, now, to start bringing in money. As a second stream of income opposite of my 9 to 5. Um, and so yeah. Um, and so let's see. Let's see. I can talk about some of the things that I've done so far. Um, I've been to networking events to meet with realtors and landlords. I've been to open houses on weekends just to network with realtors, to get my name out there. I've contacted mm, uh, numerous realtors on Instagram and Facebook and things and that nature. Just trying to get my name out there. Of I'm building up a website, uh, a website to building a website to get that what's the word I'm looking for? Um, uh, authenticity or fuck it. But yeah, just to make it look like a authenticity was the word I was looking for. Authenticity, um, and to make this company real. I've I legit made a LLC for this business that I'm still waiting to get approved because for some reason Maryland is extremely backed up. If you can't, Maryland is extremely backed up, so that's taking forever to get approved. Um, I've got an official tax number from the IRS, so this is an official business. And as soon as I receive my articles, um, I'll be full fledged legal with it. But right now it's just a side hustle for now, and a side hustle I can take and charge. Um, but some of the things I have done so far to build my business is I've offered agents free shoots. Now, uh, I know what you're thinking. Like, hmm, why offer us a service for free? Well, I offer this service for free because I'm unknown and I'm new to this business. So, you know, I give potential clientele one free shoot to see if you like my work. And if you like my work, and if I do a good job, which I do a good job, the next time that you need a, a, a service, or next time that you need your property pics taken, hey, then you'll come back to me, and we'll do a service, and we'll do an awesome job with that as well. And so just a way to attract clientele is to, and to honestly get some more experience because I am new to this industry. So hey, it's a way to attract clientele and gain experience. So it's a win-win for both parties. Um, and so yeah. And another way I've decided to bring in extra income, as you can see, um, my area looks a little different. That's because I moved my studio from my basement to back upstairs to my extra spare bedroom I have in my home. And I've done this because, well, I moved a tenant into my basement, and so I have a friend who's now needs a place to stay, and I had extra room, and honestly, I needed extra some more income, some more current income. So I decided, hey, I'll open up my home and to you, and in turn, you pay me rent. So um, so this is guys is covering like about half of my mortgage. So no, it's a win-win in that situation as well. I'm providing housing, shelter for you, and in turn, you're paying um skills skills to all the ambulance or the police sirens. In turn, you're paying a portion of my mortgage. The goal is to have all of my expenses covered by my hustles between either the tenant or the tenant and my business cover all my expenses, and in turn I can use my 9 to 5 check to continue to grow um, my business. And so and yeah, so that's what's new. um and when to what I'm doing. um Another thing I just wanted to touch on is um the importance of building relationships. um if you don't, for those who've known me, and anyone who watches these videos early on will know me, because of course my platform isn't as huge as other uh platforms. So if you're watching these videos, man, you're really doing this probably out of pity, or because you really fuck with me and have love for me. So I appreciate that, anyone who's watching these videos. um and so the importance of building relationships is just having opportunities. Relationships open opportunities. So whether that's business, personal relationships, um, with your job, your boss and supervisors, um, with your friends, with romantic relationships. All different type of relationships can open doors. Like I've had doors open from me from friends, from coworkers, um, from meeting different people at networking events. I have even had different opportunities open like to me from women that I've dealt with in the past. All all of my past relationships, we have been ended, I would say, on good terms. And if they weren't on good terms, we were grown and adult enough to just be able to still keep in contact and be friends. And so these relationships have, hey, my family, let me not forget that. My family has definitely have opened me to different opportunities as well. So yeah, so definitely. So um, yeah, I think I'm done. Thank you for checking out another one of my videos, and hey, we'll be back tomorrow. I am going to really hold myself accountable to daily recording. And if I can't record a day, I will record the next day that I can. I'm going to hold myself accountable because this is important, because um, where I want to go in life. Like this is a muscle that I have to work on. Um, and that's discipline. Like I have to be accountable to myself, and I have to be disciplined to myself to do the things that I say I'm gonna do. And so this is another reason why I'm doing this video and recording this podcast because, I told myself for my birthday that I was gonna hold myself accountable to things, and I'm we always make that um New Year resolution or the things we say that we're gonna do for our birthday, and only a small fraction of people actually commit and are disciplined and doing what they say they're gonna do. And I've been in that percentage, that large percentage where I say I'm gonna do something, but I don't stick to it. And like in order for me to get where I'm going to go, where I want to go, in order for you to get where you want to go, we have to practice discipline and we have to keep ourselves accountable, right? And so I'm holding myself accountable. And if you're watching this video, hopefully you're holding yourself accountable to your goals. Because we all have our daily goals, our yearly goals, our weekly goals, our monthly goals. And so, hopefully you're holding yourself accountable to get where you want to go because everything that you want in life can be achieved if you're willing to work for it. And, so far in life, I've been lazy. I haven't been willing to work for it. And so that I want to change. And so I want to be accountable. I want to put the hours in. I want to put the the time in, the energy in. Cut off bullshit. Cut off all distractions. So yeah, some of the things I need to cut out. I'm gonna be completely vulnerable with you. Like I need to cut out um, dating apps. It consumes way too much of my time, way too much of my energy. Pornography. Pornography has been a addiction I've dealt with since I was young, since I was a child. Um, let's see. Terrible eating, like fast food, eating out consistently. Um, Not eating all the groceries that I have in my home. That's paying for groceries and I'm not eating it, so I'm just throwing out money. Being disciplined with budgeting. Being consistent with it. And if I go over my budget, then I'm just shit out of luck because gotta hold yourself accountable. So all these things will not be fixed. In one day, 1 week, 1 year. It might not be all fixed in 5 years, 10 years, but these are things that I need to cut off. Like the most pressing thing that I can say for sure, that I'm looking to cut out is um just being healthy, not eating correctly, eating too much fast food. Right now I'm single, so you know, I need to take advantage of this time. Like get myself get myself a better routine, get myself in shape, exercise more, eat better, um, and just use this time to grind. You know, like I don't have a girlfriend. I'm single. I have no kids. You know, I have a home. So like, yo, I've done some dope things so far, but just holding myself accountable to doing even doper things in the future. And so to do those doper things in the future, I need to be accountable and I need to be disciplined. And so shit, you can see in my shirt. I'm proud of this shirt. Just got holes and look like a little bit of blood on my shirt. Like this shit is crazy, but hey, I just pressed record. And so I said, fuck how I look. You know, I just pressed record. And so you can judge me. I don't care. You know, like that's one of the good things I can say I do have. Like I just don't give a fuck about what people think of me. Um, and so that's a gift and a curse. It's a gift and a curse because um, they do say if you wanna more opportunities, you have to dress the part and look the part, and so that can be detrimental at times. So that is one of the things I do need to do better, and it's dressing better. Um, like I'll be honest with you, man. I want to lose weight so I can look good in a nice, 3-piece suit. I'm not gonna lie to you like that. That's like the toss. That's like the fashion. I'm going in where I want to really be able to wear a nice 3-piece suit. And so yeah, man. This episode, this recording was just about me being accountable. And so yeah, this is another video. Thank you for checking it out. And as I said, we're gonna be consistent with it. So check out tomorrow for another episode. Peace.